Now, Wild 'N Out, you're on season 8.
Mm-hmm.
A new season for you.
Mm-hmm.
How many seasons has this been for you?
I want to say this is my fifth season, probably. Yeah, my 5th season.
Now, originally, how did you become part of Wild 'N Out? How did that situation happen for you?
Well,
everybody's got a different story. I'm curious on yours.
Well, let Nick Cannon tell it. He just he was a fan way before auditions for Wild 'N Out from my YouTube videos, and you know he called and just asked, like, you know, do you want to be on Wild 'N Out? Yeah. But the funny thing about that, I don't know if they want me to say it, but I don't care at the same time. They called and they tried to get like a reaction out of me saying, you know, like, all right, we're gonna set them up, we're gonna call them, and we're just gonna record the reaction. You know, it's gonna be great. So I'm sitting there playing Madden. What's up? Anybody that want to beat down? Ville. Go Patriots. Sitting there playing Madden, and I get a call, and this is after I did the auditions, and they was like, hey, can I speak to Emmanuel? I was like, yeah, what's up? It's like, hey, man, this is the producers from Wild 'N Out. We just wanted to let you know that, congratulations, man, you made it, man. Clap it up.
But you're playing Madden.
Thanks. Thanks. That was it. It wasn't trying to be rude or humble. It was, I'm playing Madden. And it was, when they called me, it was just thanks. And then they tried to, like, you know, I guess you didn't hear me. You know, you made it. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you put a U on it this time.
Yeah. Actually, I did. So, yeah.
Very respectful. So let me ask you this then. Even though Nick Cannon sought you out and wanted you, you still have to audition anyways for it? Yeah. You still had to go through that process?
Yeah, because, man, a lot of people think, you know, let me be good on social media and let me get a lot of followers and I can, you know, do this. And just because you have a lot of followers don't mean you have a lot of talent. And what I mean by that is it's plenty of examples. I've seen people, I don't say no names, but I've seen people, you know, they have a huge presence online. Then when you see them in auditions, it's like they get all the way to New York or California, wherever it's being shot at the moment, and they have to go home. And I've seen people actually make the show, and after their first episode, you got to go. And that's even more embarrassing. I would rather you tell me no at the auditions than let me do one episode, get sent home, and then when that episode airs, they cut you out. And it's like you done told your family, oh yeah, I made it, and then 9 people watch, they watching for you, and your debut, you at home, and it's, hey man, it happens.
Now let me ask you this: when it comes to the Wild 'N Out freestyles and stuff, do you think you hurt anybody's feelings deep down inside?
Well, that's what I try to do, That's that, because me personally, I be wanting to fight. I be wanting to fight after the show. So I try to say whatever I can to get a nigga to get swung on. And Kevin Hart, actually, he wanted to fight, but
really fight.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we exchanged a few words. That ain't, that's the media decided the media won't show you. I remember attacking him, and I said, congratulations on your success. I want to see you prevail, but the only reason why you're at the top of comedy is because Cat Williams is in jail. And if you look at it, if you zoom in on his face, a person mad when they do the little swallow, like the little Adam Apple move. And he looked at me, and he was like, and like you can tell the little swallow is like, oh yeah, he probably want to fight. But I was down for whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? And Kevin, I know you still doing your thing, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you feel like you have to soften up in future episodes because maybe you went a little too hard on somebody?
Yes.
So that does happen.
Yes. I ain't gonna say no names because I ain't trying to get shot. But it's a couple celebrities that done came on there and they told Nick before the show even started, hey, can't say nothing about this. Don't say nothing about this. If anybody says something to me about this, I'm walking off the show. And, some of the stuff was obvious what we was going to talk about. But Nick was like, When we get on stage, don't say nothing about this, don't say nothing about that, and you won't get fired. So, man, I like being on Wild 'N Out, so I ain't trying to get fired.
And some artists, I'm sure, are just open
Oh, yeah.
book.
Some artists, you say something about them and they forgot that they did that. They'll feel some type of way a little bit, but hey, man, that's what people think. People think Wild 'N Out is a soft show, man. I'm telling you, man, like it's some stuff on there. You can really get your business put out on there. And like I know Bow Wow. Oops. Bow Wow. He came on the show and he got asked who gives the best head, and they named the 2 girls that he was dating at one point. I mean, he gave an honest answer, but it was all over the internet. He got, she was Angela Simmons, mad. It was all in the media and all that stuff. Same thing with Safari when Chico Bean tore him up. It was everywhere, TMZ, all that stuff. And it's just like, man, celebrities, they'll really come on that show and they'll be like, man, I seen what happened in this episode. Don't say anything about this because I got an album trying to come out. And if they say something about that, I know, boy, Iggy Azalea, it was so much stuff we couldn't say. Oh, boy, oh, Lord. Oh, my God. I had a question for Iggy. Oh, I don't even think I can say it now. It was so bad. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell you what I was going to ask. What happened was I wanted to say it, and then everybody knew. Everybody knew that, okay, Iggy Azalea, so some of the cast members, we'll link up and like, man, what you going to ask her or something like that. I'm like, I don't know, man. Probably come to me when I get on stage, right? So, whew. When I finally found it, Nick came back and he was like, hey, man, we all know it's Iggy, all this stuff. Just don't say nothing that y'all ain't got no business saying. So when I told him what I was going to say, when I thought of it, he looked at me and said, definitely not. So I switched it on him, but the question I asked him was supposed to be for Iggy. I was going to walk up to her and I said, hey, Iggy, what was your murder weapon that you used to kill hip-hop with? Was it a gun or your last album? And that would have, because at that time, probably still at the time, no disrespect, but everybody was dogging Iggy and her music and stuff. So that probably would have shut the place down, but Nick robbed me. So that's, that could have made me or break me on that show.
Now, obviously, you're dishing it out, but people will dish it to you. Who do you think got you the best?
Nobody really.
Seriously?
Nobody. No, man. All they say the same thing about your boy. Oh, you like boys because you did the Ratchet Girl anthem and all this crap. Like, man, come on now. You got to hit me with some. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Recently, Michael Blackson. And the only reason why I say he got me because fans was tearing my page up. He told me I look like Future's past. And I ain't gonna fake. I wasn't ready for that. And after the show, I stole off on him. I hit him backstage, and I've been getting. It's annoying. It's annoying because people are now there, and when I put up a selfie, hoping I'm gonna get the right type of females to come through, all I see is a bunch of comments. Ha, you look like Future's past, and it's like I get it. Jump wasn't even funny. It really wasn't funny.
That's tough. Now, when it comes to Wild 'N Out, does a lot of stuff stay in the editing software?
Oh my God! Yes, these are the perfect questions. Yes, you gotta man. Listen, all right, I get it. When we're shooting, we shoot like 2 episodes and we shoot for hours. So imagine the only stuff you see on TV, that show is 30 minutes, which is really 22 minutes because of commercials and stuff. But some of the stuff that they don't show, oh my God, I'm not gonna lie to you. It can make or break some of our careers. Not really break, but it can really make some of our careers. Like if you see me on the show and you think I got Nick good at this, or you think I got somebody good at this, imagine what they didn't show you. That's why you have to be there live, because they'll never show you this, but it's one of the games they play on there is called Star Sightings, and that's when you come out on stage, you gotta you look at the crowd and you pick a celebrity lookalike. You have to pick what celebrities in the building, who you got in the building, right? So a lot of people will go up there and they'll say, hey, okay, we got Chris Brown, lookalike, Chris Brown lookalike, or Neo lookalike. I like to think outside the box, right? So what I did was, it was mean, but it was funny, and it probably would have took me to the top if they would have aired it. But they be hating sometimes. The people in the editing room be hating. But for Star Sightings, I went beside these two fat girls, and I mean they were huge. I ain't trying to talk about you, I'm just stating facts. They were huge, right? And they didn't know what was coming, and the camera got on me, and and that's what I hit them with. He was like, "Who, man? Emmanuel, what celebrity you got in the building?" I was like, "Hey, man, it's a treat. Welcome to MTV2 News, and I can't believe this here. Everybody is looking for it. I can't believe we finally found it." And I stood between the two fat girls, and I said, "Here we have all the weight that Rick Ross lost." And I mean, oh my God, it shut the place down. And it was like after that episode was over, the producer came up to me and was like, "Yo, you ain't right." And I'm like, but it's gonna look good for TV though. That's gonna send me, people gonna be talking about that for years. But when the episode came out, it was never aired. And I'm like, yo, that's the type of stuff that when you say it, it goes viral, and then I get put in a movie or a TV show, or it is because of the way I think and I can write. But niggas be hating.
Now, is it true or false? You don't see the final product till it's public and everybody sees the final product. Like, you don't know what's going to be in the episode till it actually airs.
Right.
So you literally have to watch the episode when it comes out like everybody else.
But yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense because I did it. What I need to see. I mean, I know. You watch yourself on TV, but like, I did it. I know what's going to happen, but you're just excited to see others' reaction. And one thing about me being on Why Not, man, is at first I was a little nervous because all the people around me were comedians. Like, what I'm saying, they were used to being on stage and knowing how to work the crowd and stuff. And one thing I learned to do on there was to play to my weaknesses. Like, because if I say something funny, I know they gonna laugh. It's funny. It's supposed to be funny. But if I say something, weak or not funny, and they will look at you like, I thought you were funnier than this. You play to that. If I say something and it gets a weak reaction, I'll do something, after like if I say a joke and they don't get it and nobody laughs, I'll really look at the crowd and like, "Nah, you gotta let me explain. Let me explain." And then they'll bust out laughing that way. So at the time, that became my thing. Like, whenever I say something funny, good. Whenever I say something, whack, good, because you're gonna laugh regardless.